Ever wondered how those amazing digital marketing projects come to life? First things first, define your goal. What do you want to achieve? Next up, know your audience. Who are you trying to reach? What are their pain points? Now for the fun part, strategy and channel selection. With your strategy in place, it's time to create your content. Okay, your content is ready. Let's execute the campaign. This is the goal of phase. The data you collect is your guide. This is where you optimize. Finally, compile a report. Summarize what you did, what the results were, and what you learned. What worked well, what didn't. So there you have it, a complete roadmap to creating a digital marketing project from scratch. I hope this tutorial was helpful. If you got value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more digital marketing tips. Ever felt like you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall with your digital marketing? You've got the ideas, you've got the drive. But when it comes to turning those into a real, tangible project that gets results, you feel a little lost. Trust me, I've been there. It's overwhelming. But what if I told you there's a systematic way to build successful digital marketing projects from the ground up, every single time? Today, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'm giving you the complete tutorial. We're going to walk through the entire process, step by step, from a vague idea to a fully launched, data-driven campaign. By the end of this video, you won't just know how to make a digital marketing project. You'll have a repeatable framework you can use for your business, your clients, or your own personal brand. So grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's start building. The absolute first step, before you even think about creating content or running an ad, is to define your goals. And I mean really define them. I want more sales isn't a goal. It's a wish. We need to be specific. Are you trying to increase online sales by 20% in the next quarter? Generate 500 qualified leads for your service business in the next 30 days? Boost your website traffic from organic search by 40% in 6 months. This is the foundation of your entire project. I recommend using the SMART goals framework. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. A SMART goal gives you a clear target to aim for. Without it, you're just sailing without a compass, and you'll have no way to know if your project was actually a success. So, what is the one primary objective you want to achieve with this project? Write it down. This is your North Star. Once you have your goal locked in, it's time to get to know your audience on a deep level. Who are you actually trying to reach? Everyone is not an answer. The more specific you are, the more powerful your marketing will be. Think about demographics like age, location, and gender. But don't stop there. Go deeper. What are their interests? What are their pain points and challenges? What social media platforms do they hang out on? What kind of content do they love to consume? Is it video? Blog posts? Podcasts? You can gather this information through surveys, by looking at your existing customer data, or by checking out your competitors' followers. Create what we call a customer persona, a fictional character that represents your ideal customer. Give them a name, a job, and a story. When you create your content, you'll be talking directly to this person, which makes your messaging so much more personal and effective. Now that you know your goal and your audience, we can choose our battlegrounds. I mean, your marketing channels. There are so many options. Search engine optimization, content marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, pay-per-click advertising, influencer marketing. The list goes on. Trying to be everywhere at once is a recipe for burnout and mediocre results. Instead, look at your customer persona. Where do they spend their time online? If your audience is primarily professionals, LinkedIn might be a great channel. If you're targeting a younger demographic with a visual product, Instagram and TikTok are probably your best bets. If people are actively searching for a solution you provide, then SEO and Google ads are crucial. Pick 2 or 3 core channels to focus on initially. It's much better to dominate a few channels than to have a weak presence on 10. Quality over quantity is the name of the game here. Okay, we have our goals, our audience, and our channels. It's time for the fun part. Planning your content and strategy. This is where you map out the actual what of your project. Let's say your goal is to generate leads for your coaching business, and your channels are a blog and an email list. Your strategy might be to create a comprehensive blog post that solves a major problem for your target audience. Within that blog post, you'll offer a free downloadable ebook or checklist in exchange for their email address. This is called a lead magnet. Once they're on your email list, you'll send them a series of valuable emails that build trust and eventually introduce your coaching services. See how it all connects? You're not just creating random content. You're creating a customer journey. Each piece of content has a purpose and guides the user to the next step, moving them closer and closer to your ultimate goal. With a solid plan in place, it's time for execution. This is where you roll up your sleeves and do the work. Write those blog posts, design those graphics, record that video, and set up those ad campaigns. One of the biggest keys to success in this phase is creating a content calendar. This is a schedule that outlines what you're going to post, where you're going to post it, and when. A simple spreadsheet can work wonders. This keeps you organized, ensures consistency, and prevents that last-minute panic of, what should I post today? If you're working with a team, a project management tool like Trello, Asana, or Monday can be a lifesaver. It helps everyone see what they're responsible for and keeps the project moving forward smoothly. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. It's better to launch and learn than to wait forever for the perfect moment. Your project is now live. Congratulations, but the work isn't over. In fact, one of the most critical phases is just beginning. Monitoring and measuring your results. This is where digital marketing really shines because almost everything is trackable. Go back to that SMART goal you set at the very beginning. Are you on track to hit it? You need to be looking at your key performance indicators, or KPIs. These are the metrics that tell you if your strategy is working. For a blog, it might be website, traffic, and time on page. For an ad campaign, it could be click-through rate and cost per conversion. For social media, it might be engagement rate and follower growth. Tools like Google Analytics, your social media platforms, built-in analytics, and your email marketing software are your best friends here. You should be checking these metrics regularly, daily or weekly, to get a real-time pulse on your project's performance. Data is useless if you don't act on it. The final, and arguably most important, step in any digital marketing project is to analyze and optimize. Look at your data and ask why. Why is this ad performing so well while this other one is tanking? Why are people clicking on this email subject line but not the other one? Why is our bounce rate so high on this landing page? The answers to these questions are pure gold. Maybe one ad has a more compelling image. Maybe one subject line creates more curiosity. Maybe your landing page is confusing. Based on your analysis, you can then make informed changes. This process is a continuous loop. You launch, you measure, you analyze, you optimize, and you repeat. This is how you turn a good campaign into a great one. Don't be afraid to experiment. Test different headlines, different images, different calls to action. Digital marketing isn't a set it and forget it activity. It's a dynamic process of continuous improvement. So, let's quickly recap the entire framework. First, you define your specific SMART goals. Second, you research and create a detailed customer persona. Third, you choose the right marketing channels where your audience spends their time. Fourth, you develop a content strategy and a customer journey. Fifth, you execute your plan using a content calendar. Sixth, you constantly monitor your key performance indicators. And finally, you analyze your data and optimize your campaign for better results. This 7-step process is the blueprint for creating successful digital marketing projects, no matter your industry or budget. It takes the guesswork out of the equation and replaces it with a strategic, data-driven approach. It might seem like a lot at first, but once you go through it a couple of times, it becomes second nature. I know we covered a ton of ground today, but I really wanted to give you a complete, actionable guide. The biggest mistake people make is skipping steps. They jump straight to creating content without a clear goal or understanding of their audience, and then they wonder why it doesn't work. By following this framework, you're setting yourself up for success from the very beginning. You're building a marketing machine, not just running a one-off campaign. I promise you, if you commit to this process, you will see a massive difference in your results. Start small. Pick one project, walk through these steps, and see what happens. I'm confident you'll be amazed at the clarity and effectiveness it brings to your marketing efforts. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this complete tutorial. I hope you found it incredibly valuable. If you did, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you want more deep dives and practical marketing guides like this one, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's the first project you're going to build using this framework? Let me know. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.